He was not actually. Poor guy. He just gets dragged in. Maybe herpes is caused by hair dyes and straighteners.
Moments or something like that. We know more about you than you know about us. So if you want to go there, we can go there. I take my gloves off and we can do whatever we want. And if nobody can be offended because of black this and black that, you are going to talk about the time where you were fucking a black homeless man, a fat motherfucker that you were having in your house, right?
Fatty, you're fat too. It's like oh my God.
Absolutely. You have no titties and no ass. You are mad at me because
I'd say that's true. I'm just flat as a board. That's white women are. It just is what it is, you know. And they just
more titties than you.
And again, this is where I'm going back to.
That's why you're mad, right?
We could go back.
That's why you're mad, right? Because I have more titties than you.
Right. So again, I thought we were adults so that we could talk about.
Oh, we are definitely adults. Let me ask you something. What do you think about black fatigue?
All right, so I do appreciate you guys having me on. I really do.
Can you say what you think about black fatigue before you go?
I really did want to do this, but apparently we can't do the facts, data, and statistics. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
If you want to
do my channel, it's just
Pearl. If we came on your show and started talking about white men,
I should have. Then I decided just to stream. So, anyways, this is just another example. I give a black person an opportunity. I say, hey, if you can just manage this panel, I'll come on once a week and we could do this weekly. Do you know what that would do for the numbers, the views? And this is like an over and over again thing. I don't know why I keep doing it. It's like racism probably would benefit me. All right. So I did invite a few of the panelists that didn't crash out to speak their piece. So I'm going to bring up Doug MPA and CJ. Doug MPA is our moderator and he co-hosts at times. And we're going to bring them both up to, we'll start our own panel here.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, CJ, how's it going?
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
So they done stumped this brother out for going over here. All right, I guess he done left Fatty's panel and went over here. So he's been catching a lot of smoke for showing up on Pearl's panel. So what's y'all take? I guess we'll start here.
Absolutely not. Egregious.
What you got, Postman? With brother Danny. Danny, what you want to say, Danny? Go ahead. I know you got something.
Simple. Well, I already dragged him in my own live stream. If y'all want to check it out. But warning ahead of time, you will hear a few F-bombs in that live stream. That's all I'm gonna say. My mic is muted.
I could imagine. Yeah, you don't do this. This is that solidarity I'm talking about. Welcome in, brother Tony. This is that solid. You don't sit there and then go over to her panel like it's just that proves no point. It does. It looks very much that appears to be coonish. I don't even like the term now because it's just a throwing around all wild. But this, hey, he up there just the optics is disgusting, man. Terrible.
Here we go.
Hey, CJ, how's it going?
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
How's it going, Doug MPA?
Man, you know how it is on the streets. Let me tell you guys, here's the thing. I hate the fact that Elkan Ali works with Fatty. He's in Portugal. What the hell does he have to say about Black America, period? Like, how did he get here? How? Who let him in? I don't get it. Like, Fatty is this isn't Pearl's opinion. This isn't CJ's. This is mine. Fatty can't speak on Black America at all. Pearl has more of an ability to speak on Black America than Fatty because she's American. Who goes on his panels?
So I see you, brother Tony. I'm gonna get you back in. What's your take on that?
Yo, did you hear what I just heard? So Pearl has more. Her opinion is worth it holds more weight on Black topics than someone Black.
Absolutely not.
So here's my thing. You see how CJ was happier? He's smiling more when he's on Pearl's channel than when he was with his own people's. Look at that smile. And if you go back to the previous channel, this guy was pissed. I don't know if that's telling, but I mean, Pearl,
he probably left because they were stumping him out in the chat.
Oh, because of his Control Alt delete in his password. Is that what we want?
I think all he did was co-sign with something she said, and it was just up from there. That's all he did. He didn't really say
On the
much.
live, they was on them in the chat. I was
Yeah.
on that live. They was on them heavy.
Is he
So
trying to get on by siding with Pearl to get traction? Is that what that is?
That's
Yes.
all I could think of why he would do it. I feel like you would be damned if you stayed or damned if you didn't go over there.
exactly.
He went over there, but I'm not sure what he said there next. But if you went over there and as someone mentioned, started tap dancing, you cooked. If you went
I
over there, started to maybe have a constructive criticism with them, and then there's people are still gonna say, "Hey, you shouldn't even be over there anyway." So
Yeah,
Permo licked and fatty though, so
that's egregious. That's that cloud stuff. Can't be out here trying to acquire clout by any cost. If he stay, like you say, dang if he don't, dang if he do. If he stay though, I guess he could maintain. No, he got it taken. He could try to reclaim his black card if he stayed, but since he went, now it's for show go, right?
no, he was already cooning to the moon, so it was too late.
I will say though, if I may, Athena, that lady in the panel, the way I didn't watch the whole stream, but in terms of the way she carried herself compared to Jazz, Athena's someone we could, at least my personal opinion, we could hold up. She wasn't wilding. She came in presentable. She carried herself well. That's who, reminds me almost like Ebony and Mrs. Rose, right? We want to promote our sisters in that light, not necessarily I would say tyranny, but you get what I'm saying.
Even though I did not watch that whole stream, but the thing is, I don't like Pearl. But the only thing is with her, with people that try to expose her, the problem is like they give her much more attention. If I feel like exposing is the new attention seeking grabbing. They try to do the same thing to Myron, and you see, and Myron is become more bigger because of the quote unquote exposing.
That's the same thing with the goof troop Derek Jackson though. I feel like that's just at this point, brother Divine Photos, any publicity is clout. I ain't gonna say good publicity. Any publicity is clout. Like, I don't know, like to make your point, like again, that Jackson brother, I don't know how in the world he is still out here with so many subscribers doing his thing. Like you said, it don't matter. Once it seemed like once folks get a following, there's always someone to follow them, no matter how far they fall from their original message, how far they grift. Princella, it don't matter. Once you got notoriety and visibility, no matter what you do, so it seems.
Yeah, it's like the more you talk about them, and the more you talk, it's like the best thing to do if you don't like them, stop talking about them, stop giving them attention. Because if you give them your energy, of course they'll become more about. They'll start doing the same rage bait type of BS. Because they know it triggers us.
Yeah, counseling people is free. Is just free marketing. That's all it is. Speaking on it though, I was just thinking about. I was talking to my woman about this yesterday. I used to get Kendra stuff, her actual videos from her page on my algorithm, and I click on them and watch them. That's around the time I first started watching y'all. And sometimes I'll watch hers, and then like a week or two later, y'all will review that, and I'll be like, "Did y'all already review that?" But I'm forgetting that I watched it on my own. So once I realized I didn't like that lady, I stopped clicking on her videos and waited for y'all to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you clicking on people's stuff that you don't like, you're actually helping them. Just like the ghost watchers y'all have, the hate watchers, they're really helping you. So we love them too. We love the haters too, all day.
That part, I don't know if y'all realize, but I think it was our No More SBC show a while back. Remember that time, No More SBC? We had over 1,000 people in the box because, like you said, the hate viewers, folks wasn't over here. They was over here to see the fall of Rome. You're right. It's a wonky time. Like maybe it's not. We are still fairly new to social media, and I definitely have more of a old man brain. I just would have never thought that clout by any cost would ever be a movement growing up the way we did. Like it was quite the opposite. Got a good point there, yo.
Can I say one thing, Mr. Walker, too?
Yes, sir.
And also, right, the thing with bringing on Tierney and Jazz onto the panel, Fatty, he knew that he knows that those two women are very emotional. But my mentality is that if you can't change their mind, stop talking to them. Stop trying to change their perspective, and just leave them alone. That's it.
Like you said, putting Pasty Pearly up there, and then Tyrant Tyranny, and I guess this Sister Jazz I'm not familiar with, but her and Tyranny seem to be one and the same. Yeah, that was an orchestra orchestrated by Fatty himself. They like that messy stuff, and I guess if they could sit there and start slinging dude at one another, it can make for good entertainment. But Pasty Hannah came up there and she was on one. Like, couldn't nobody even try to throw poop back at her because she was just on fire. Everybody was triggered.
I just got one question. Divine, what time's lights out? Where are you calling from, bro?
I'm at the gym.
Calling
Actually, that's why.
calling from D Block out there. Jeez.
I'm at the gym, man. That's why.
In the NYC, yeah, y'all are different. Yeah, I seen Fatty something about he was doing the stream. It was 2 a.m. Man, yeah, shout out to y'all time zone warriors. Shoot.
And I was gonna say this real quick. You know, obviously, like people saying, this brother went over here. They calling him a coon. Shout out to Ayo. So we got AI in it. AI says, "What's a coon?" AI. AI says, most notably, a coon is an extremely offensive and disparaging term for a black person, rooted in the 19th century blackface minstrel shows and Jim Crow era of American history. The usage is considered highly derogatory and widely condemned by most. I really don't say what it is. It's subjective, person by person. It's what I feel. It ain't really like, oh, you a football player, you got on the helmet and shoulder pads, I can identify. No, you a coach, however I feel, whatever I think.
There you go. And is that not our culture? We gonna put whatever definitions to words and terms as we see fit. They'll change season by season. So there you go. So if you dare to come out the hood, you a coon, or you can still be in the hood. But if you want to get a job at Whack Arnold's and not be a cool kid on the block slanging product, you could be a coon too.
Hey, but you know what's crazy about the whole coon thing? Could you give me a modern day example of an actual coon? Because when we see like our literal coon, we think Uncle Ruckus.
Yes.
We think Snow. I think what's his name? Samuel Jackson on Django. What's his name?
Steven.
Yeah, Cal.
So
Steven.
have any of y'all known of or met a person like either of those two dudes in real life?
Yes, I did. It was a cop in college. Yes, I did.
Cop.
Yep.
I can see that.
And see, and I'm not that guy, but he really, really was. He didn't like me because he didn't like me because he wasn't me. I remember only black cop on campus, and he kept giving me tickets for my car. I had an old 85 Dodge Diplomat. It was all ghettoed out, had rims and everything. And he would keep giving me tickets. And one day I said, brother, why you keep giving me tickets, man? He told me to my face. He said, I used to have a car like that. He said, I parked it one day and it was gone. So I always notice your car and you always parked illegal. So yeah, I was parked. But god dang, you didn't have to. Why you come on, brother? So yeah, I met Uncle Ruckus. I still got hate towards him.
That was the talk of boys in the hood, wasn't it?
Yeah, dang near.
Mm.
I hate my gums because it's black.
I hate my gums because they black.
I hate Oprah Winfrey.
I hate the back and forth with a connect.
But Mr. Walker, if we can just think about this real fast. We just talked about, before we got into coonery, we talked about the black card. This gentleman that you talk about, at some point in his life, somebody took his black card. And so we feel a propensity to go ahead and try to be combative with each other because of this made up things that nobody else, and I'm not in any other race, but I don't think any other race has a card that you get taken away. Now, I know if Becky come over to our side, she get right off the wheel, but they ain't got no cards. And so it's crazy to think that the way in which we perpetuate negativity amongst ourselves with this revoking of this card, with the raccoon thought process in the beginning, like somebody, even from the beginning of time, that minstrel face. So this real raccoon with white on their black fur. We going that far. One, they have dehumanized you and called you an animal all your life anyway, a monkey. And now you go to the extreme by making up a new animal calling. Like, tell me where two wrongs make a right. You make no sense and you further divide yourself, which is what he talked about when he talked about division. We spend more time trying to revoke a card instead of trying to come up with a whole damn deck. Like, realize let's play cards if we're gonna do that, not trying to take them away from each other. And we spend so much time trying to, like you said, draw up these unwritten rules or unwritten stereotypes to go along with things. You fall into every stereotype that's being levied against you. Prime example with that cat who just jumped on that screen. Whatever his reasoning is for wanting to be over there, you are now subjectivity in the way in which we perceive you or the people on that panel, and you are content for her. She may not ever have any other dealings with you unless you her personal tap dancer for every show, because you seem to want to be, and you would do anything for your piece of fame. And while your choice is your choice, I don't have to waste the energy to call him whatever derogatory term it is in the choices that he made. If you've perished by the terms of your choices, by all means, go ahead. I got responsibilities that I need to handle on my own. And if we're gonna be like-minded and try to be corrective, so if I thought that guy was acting like a coon, maybe I get your email address and talk to you off camera if I really want to try to keep things in house and find out what your logic, your mind and frame of thinking is, as opposed to the instant condemnation. And I want to revoke something that don't exist in the first place. Like, the priorities are totally out of whack, and it's even in the metaphorical sense. Like, we're not even based in reality with some of these terms, and we can't even come up with lucid thoughts in the make believe. That's crazy.
Well, let me ask you this: I think we need a coon committee made up of the most blackly black ninjas on earth, and we need at least 100 of them. All right, no less than 100 in the committee, and they make the decisions. We're gonna submit this to the committee and say, "Hey, what y'all think about this ninja?" And they're going to get back to us in 48 hours and they're going to let us know.
I must be part of this committee. Yeah, I listen here. I've observed my respected peers and my elders, and I think that I believe and I about know that I can be of that authority. Yes, and I want to be part of that committee. And are you a coon or not? I want an overwhelming vote too.
Can we just call it what it is, though? A coon today in 2025 going on 2026, a coon is a black person who dare go against other black people or go against the black community. Just like how if we say anything about a woman, we automatically misogynist.
Yep.
So it's the same thing, bro. It don't mean anything anymore. Like most other words. Everybody, if you say anything against women, you're a misogynist, you're a narcissist, you're controlling, you all those things. And it's the same thing with the black community. If you say anything against the black community,
I'll let you go, Mr. Walker, get divine in. It waters down the message. I kind of say it all the time. When we just said the boy who cried wolf effect, if everybody's a coon and everybody words mean things and we need to use them appropriately.
I just want to correct that verbiage, brother Ayo. We don't speak against women. You know, the correcting and criticism, that's exactly that correction. But they do take it as we're talking against them.
Yeah.
And shout out to Brother Postman. I tell you what, man, I feel like you chastise me because I don't like these derogatory terms, especially when they so deeply rooted. So I kind of been a hypocrite. But the word coon, now you definitely made it sound like the N-word for sure. And it is. It really is, like you said. We need to stop throwing these terms around so loosely because they only cause more division. And I'm definitely gonna watch saying it because it's nasty. I agree, brother. I agree.
It's the same thing with racism. Y'all was talking about racism the other day. Well, we watch these videos, these cop cams of these bonquistas running to the police, wilding out. What's the first thing they say? You doing it because I'm black. Y'all racist. No, you just wild. You need to be off the streets. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin.
Amen.
They watering it down. It don't mean anything anymore.